Hi everyone, it's Rhonda, the Teen Librarian at Erickson Library, and I would like to welcome you back to the next edition of Whatcha Readin Wednesday. And I appreciate you tuning in and checking out some of the book recommendations that I have each week. And last week we did some award-winning books, and this week we're actually following up with some more because there have been phenomenal picks lately. And these award winners were chosen at the ALA Youth Media Awards. And the awards are across a range of categories and are given by librarians. So, what's not to love, right? Because we know that librarians love giving book recommendations. So, the first one I'm going to start with is one that is found in our fiction section. So, it's not from the YA section, but it was voted as the most appealing book to teens that was put out for adults. So this is called Solutions and Other Problems by Ali Brosh, and she is the New York Times bestselling author of Hyperbole and a Half, which was also hugely popular. And this is a very interesting book, very different format. It's actually fully color illustrated and kind of very reminiscent, sort of an anime manga type of book, or like more like a comic book with a lot of anecdotes. And it is described as a comedic autobiographical illustrated humor stories that are essays from the author's childhood. And I will let you know what people are saying about this book. You may have to push this book away for fear that you'll hurt yourself laughing, but its wisdom and humanity are too magnetic to keep it at bay for long. This will make you laugh until you sob, even when Brosh describes her struggle with depression. I would gladly pay to sit in a room full of people reading this book merely to share the laughter. And laughter is the best medicine, right? And we could all use some laughter these days. So definitely highly recommend Solutions and Other Problems. Next we have The Skin I'm In by Sharon G. Flake. And this was winner of the Coretta Scott King John Steptoe Award for New Talent. Malika suffers every day from the taunts of the other kids in her class. If they're not getting at her about her homemade clothes or her good grades, it's about her dark skin. When a new teacher whose face is blotched with a startling white patch starts at the school, Malika can see there is bound to be trouble for her too. But the new teacher's attitude surprises Malika. Miss Saunders loves the skin she's in. Can Malika learn to do the same? And this book has actually won numerous awards. It's also voted the ALA Best Book for Young Adults, the YALSA Quick Pick for Reluctant Readers, Publishers Weekly Flying Start, and the New York Public Library Top 10 Book for the Teenage. And it's not super long, so, a little bit of a faster read, which is probably one of the reasons that it is recommended for the reluctant readers, because it's something that'll pull them in, and that's not a huge time commitment to get through. So highly recommend this book. Next one we have is called All the Days Past, All the Days to Come, and this is by Mildred D. Taylor, and she is the author of Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. This book will give readers, both young and old, context to where we are now. This isn't something new. It is so good to get to spend time with the Logan family again. I feel like I've come home. Change is coming, and Cassie Logan will be part of it. Cassie, first met as a feisty 8-year-old, is a young woman now, searching for her place in the world, a journey that takes her from the Logan family home in Toledo to California and Colorado, then on to law school in Boston, and ultimately home to Mississippi to be part of the voter registration drive of the 1960s. She is witness to the now historic events of the century, the Great Migration North, the relentless racism of post-war America, the rise of the Civil Rights Movement, and the often violent confrontations that brought about change. Readers who grew up with Cassie Logan, as well as those just discovering the Logans, will be both inspired and satisfied by her story. All the days past, all the days to come. And lastly, we have a book called Before the Ever After by Jacqueline Woodson. And this has a little bit of a uniqueness to it as well, because it is all written in verse. So sort of like a poem format instead of your traditional chapter format of most books. And there's been a lot of books that have been coming out lately that are just unique in their format. And I think it's interesting, and it's a great way as a reader to kind of branch out and just read different formats it keeps your reading fresh. So, even as a little boy, my dad would say, I had all kinds of dreams, and I was always someone's hero. And I'd say, Now I'm a little boy and you're everybody's hero. And my dad would smile, hug me. Sometimes there'd be the beginning of tears in his eyes. I didn't know why then, but I do now. It's hard to stay a hero. And I'll give you a little more of a background on this. For as long as ZJ can remember, his dad's been everyone's hero. A popular pro football star, he's as beloved to the neighborhood kids as he is to the millions of sports fans. But lately, his dad's forgetting stuff, and he's turned moody. The doctors think it might be because he's had so many concussions, but they're not sure how to help. That stings, and so does the day his dad embarrasses him in front of his friends. ZJ is scared and has lots of questions. Will his friends stop coming over? Will his father get better? And are their glory days gone forever? For now, though, ZJ's just doing his part to get by, taking comfort in his music and the friends who have his back. Somehow, whatever's coming next doesn't seem half as scary with them cheering him on. Before the Ever After. And this one, again, too, is a book that's not super long, so a little bit of a faster read and great, great story. So those are my recommendations for this week. And we do currently have a display in the YA area for my recommendations for Black History Month. February is known as Black History Month, so we've been doing programming around that theme, and I'm very proud of the display that is put together in the YA area. There's some older books, so ones that we like to bring out every once in a while to remind people that we have them, and there's some great picks. So I hope you come by the library to check them out, or call or email us, and we're happy to put items on hold for you, and we are happy to deliver them to you curbside. So I hope everyone stays happy and healthy and safe, and I will see you next week with some more book recommendations. Take care. Bye.